Hi everyone, welcome to A Beer with Brad, episode 5. Hope everyone enjoyed their 4th of July. I know I did. I took a lot of pictures, had a few beers, and just enjoyed the long weekend. Tonight's brewery is Vis Major. The beer is a New England IPA called This Be Treason. It's a nice New England IPA. It has some Mosaic and Citra hops in it. Mosaic hops are one of the hops I really enjoy in IPA, so this is a good one. Viz Major is a cool brewery. They're in an older part of Omaha, and the thing I find neat about them is they moved into a historic building on like 35th and Center Street that I thought probably would be torn down. It was looking pretty rough. Didn't know how much structure was left in it, but they came in and rehabbed it and built a brewery in there and saved a great old building, and it's a neat space. They have a lot of great beers. If This Be Treason IPA has been around. I think it's been there every time I've been there. But they have a lot of rotating beers, so you kind of never know what you're going to see when you go in there. Last night when I went to pick this up, there's a lot of people drinking very colorful, tropical-looking drinks. Not very beer-looking, but they had a few different IPAs, a couple dark beers, and then a bunch of sours and fruit beers, which were probably the colored ones that people were drinking. But it's a great beer from a neat brewery in an old part of Omaha. Before we get started, I want to mention that I got a new picture here. You can see this here. It's a 24 by 36 canvas. It's an Omaha skyline picture I took last Tuesday from the helicopter. This picture is heading to the UNO Blue Line Club golf tournament Friday. So Friday you will be able to bid on this at an online auction. Even if you don't go to the golf tournament, you can go to the Blue Line Club's Facebook page, and then you'll see a link for the online auction. This is a 24 by 36 canvas of downtown Omaha. I took it from the helicopter. You can see the baseball stadium completely packed full in the foreground with the skyline behind it. Just a cool, neat view of Omaha right at sunset. You can see the golden light was lighting up all the buildings. It was a great night. That night, besides one camera error, was perfect. The baseball game had a 2-hour rain delay, which I was kind of worried about sunset lining up with the end of the game. If you get too close to the end of the game, the fans will start leaving and the stadium won't be full. So 2-hour rain delay, so the game was really just getting going right about sunset, and I flew over in the helicopter and it was absolutely packed, so it all worked out perfect. If you look, not on my website yet, I need to get them on there, but on my social media pages there's some other pictures from that night. Really cool sunset, so a lot of fun. I don't know that there'll be a helicopter video from that because I had some audio issues. I don't know if the microphone wasn't 100% plugged in, if it was out. It seems like you got to make sure you really get the microphone cable all the way plugged in, or it will not record the audio. And it's the first time it's happened on the helicopter. It happened one other time with this camera during there was like the end of the Badlands video where I didn't get in there, and the only problem with that is you could just hear the camera focusing. It was making this real minor noise, and it was just annoying. Most people probably didn't pick it up. I did, and it annoyed me. But when you're in the helicopter and you got all that noise, normally the microphone is inside my headset, so I put the little lapel mic in my headset, which is a Bose noise canceling headphone, so you just hear the audio from inside the helicopter, but you don't hear all that noise. So unfortunately that one's screwed up, but I might, if I can get anything worth doing with a voiceover, I might do that. I shot some video for the Grow Omaha construction update, which I need to finish tonight after I finish this video. So there will at least be some footage in there, but you know, the main point of the flight was the photos. So I got good photos, and that's all that really matters. The video is just kind of a bonus. Tonight I want to talk about my favorite kind of photography. People ask me all the time, what's your favorite? Do you like doing the landscapes? Do you like doing the cityscapes? Is it the sports? And short answer is I like all of it. I really do. I enjoy all the different things I photograph. If you go look at my website or my social media pages, what you see is what I like. I don't do any families. I don't do any weddings. I don't do any senior portraits. That's not me. That's not what I enjoy. And it's kind of funny. People ask me all the time, well, you can take pictures, so you can take my family picture. It won't be no big deal. And it's like, well, you don't go in and ask your dentist to do your heart surgery. Yeah, they're both doctors, but they're completely different things, different specialties. And we had our own wedding photographer. He did an amazing job. I've seen other people's wedding photographers. They do an amazing job, and that's what they're good at. That's what they specialize in. And I don't specialize in that. I don't enjoy it, and it's not me. So the main areas I like are landscape, cityscape, aerial, sports, and architecture. And then some variations off of those. I don't know if I have a clear favorite, but I really do enjoy the landscapes. I like hiking around. I like getting out there in the middle of nowhere, exploring, finding things. Whether it be in the mountains or just roaming through the 2-lane roads in Nebraska, I just enjoy getting out and seeing sights and finding things. And so the landscapes are probably maybe my front runner, but I enjoy all the types. And I would also throw weather in with landscapes because you get a cool storm coming in, and I don't want to go out and record it from the front yard, or I don't want to go down to the end of the street and take a picture of it. I want to get out and find something cool to put with that. So landscapes are probably my favorite. My second favorite would probably be the cityscapes. There's something that's cool about at nighttime when the city's coming alive, so to speak. The lights are getting brighter because the sky's getting dimmer, and all the buildings are starting to light up, and the cars are lighting up, and there's just something neat about just the capturing the life of the city at night, and I really enjoy that. The aerial photos, I think I've talked about that before, maybe not in one of the Beer with Brads, but for sure in my other helicopter video. There's just something awesome about flying around and seeing the city from a different perspective, and just kind of hovering above the action, and just kind of, it's like you're in your own world, floating above everything, and the pictures just come. I feel like they come so easy up there. I find so many neat things. I could fly around all day and find things to photograph. So I really do enjoy the aerials. The aerials kind of mix in with the city and the architecture. The architecture and the sports are probably my two. I shouldn't say least favorite, because I still enjoy them. I really do enjoy them. Something about finding a really cool building, whether it be new or old, or just random or unique, just finding an interesting building and photographing it in the right light and the right conditions. I really do enjoy that. Sometimes I get into doing architecture work for clients, and it's not quite as interesting. I mean, and sometimes it's almost frustrating too, because you're out there, you don't get to pick the building, or you don't get to pick the interior space you're photographing, so you're kind of stuck trying to figure out how to make that look cool. And so it's a challenge that can be frustrating, but I still do enjoy it. And then the sports, I love being at sporting events. I've always loved going to sporting events, being there in the action. But when I first started photographing sports, it wasn't the action. I could care less the action that was going on the field or the court. I was there to photograph the full arena. I wanted to do the full panoramic. I wanted that stadium. I wanted that stadium from one corner to the next, and just show absolutely everything I could. And so when I first got into photography, I just started taking my camera to sporting events, and I was, instead of trying to get close and get shots of the players, I was going to the upper deck and the far corners of the stadium trying to get that full arena panoramic. And teams started noticing those and started contacting me about doing photos for them, and that kind of led me into the action shots. I enjoy the action shots. It's fun to be that close to the action and see what's going on. And it's cool to have the access now to just freely roam around. As photography rules have gotten more strict, it's nice to have the access now to roam around the stadium and still get those full arena panoramics, and then also get close and do the action. So I enjoy it all. I have fun getting out. The fireworks, I'm sure if you follow me on social media, you've seen a million firework photos from me over the last week or so. Don't worry, there's still 3 or 4 more events coming up in the next month. So, but I've got out almost every night over the 4th and did firework photos. And there's just something cool about The fireworks, and I should also preface this, I said in a video or two ago that my goal is to always make the photos look realistic and capture what I saw there that night. When it comes to fireworks, I don't always do that. With me, with the fireworks, it's more about just being creative and expressive and just try to have fun with it. I mean, fireworks are fun. That's why people enjoy seeing them. People enjoy lighting them. People enjoy seeing them. I enjoy photographing them and having fun and just making them look cool. Is that what I saw there that night? Not necessarily, because a lot of times if I'm running a 10, 15, 20 second exposure, that's not what you saw. That's taking that 10, 20, 30 seconds and just cramming it into one picture, which is cool. It's fun to do. I enjoy, I always talk about how I enjoy the adventure, trying to find stuff, the thrill of the hunt. And what are you doing? Okay, sorry for the distraction. I don't quite remember where I was. I just had a 4-year-old who had his first hockey practice tonight come downstairs and interrupt the video. To say he's a little amped after his first hockey practice is an understatement. So, I was talking about fireworks, and I was getting ready to say that to me, I love getting out and finding cool compositions to put the fireworks in front of. I mean, sometimes I'll just go out and I'll photograph it if it's a show that's kind of not around anything special. I'll go out and photograph just the fireworks, but usually if it's downtown Omaha or the other night downtown Lincoln, I'll go out and I'll try to find a scene where it's a cool scene and the fireworks will just be part of that scene. So, I have a picture that pretty much everyone has seen from the old market a few years ago. Old market, all lit up for the holidays, and then at the end of the street, the fireworks are coming up above the end of the street. So I always try to do that, and so I'm playing on Google, I'm drawing lines, I know where the fireworks are being shot, I know where the building or the scene that I want to photograph, and I just draw a line between the two and trace that out till I find a place to put my camera. And people ask all the time, like, where are you going to shoot the fireworks from tonight? And if I say I don't know, I'm being honest. I don't know. I'm not trying to get people to not follow me around or not wanting people to know where I'm going to shoot from. I don't know. The first thing I do is I find out where they're shooting the fireworks from. And then the second thing I do is I look multiple times that day of where the wind is coming from. And I even usually have a primary location and a backup location. Sometimes 3, depending on if the wind's supposed to change. With the fireworks, especially this time of year in the summer, if it's humid and that wind is blowing towards you or not blowing at all, you need to be ready to get those pictures right at the beginning, or you need to be downwind so that that'd be upwind, so that the smoke is blowing away from you. The humidity makes the smoke worse. And the still night is pretty much horrible for fireworks in the summer if it's really humid. So I spend a lot of time looking at maps, trying to figure out where I want to be, and I come up with 2 or 3. I come up with a game plan of where I could shoot from that night, depending on what the wind forecast is. And I get down there and I look at flags in the area, I look at the trees in the area, and I try to find a spot where the wind isn't going to blow the smoke in my face. So, not trying to hide my locations from anyone, but it literally is a game, with myself trying to find the right spot where I'm not going to get smoked out. And I also laugh too, because I say all the time, I do this, I enjoy the thrill of the hunt, and it's amazing how people just want to call me up or send me emails or texts, where are you shooting from tonight? It's like, yeah, I don't mind that, but don't you have any fun trying to find a spot? Isn't part of the creativity of photography trying to find the composition that you like, and not just trying to call someone up and copy them? But some people just enjoy the photos and they don't care how they got it, so that to each their own. So I hope you got something out of this. People, like I said, people ask me all the time what my favorite is. I don't really have a favorite. I just enjoy all of it. I know there's some people that say you should just focus on one, and you should either be a landscape photographer or a city photographer, or sports. But I enjoy getting out there, doing different things, seeing different things. I'm a sports fan, so I enjoy sports. I love the city I live in, so I love photographing the city. And then when I travel, it's cool exploring other cities. So I enjoy photography. I enjoy getting out, enjoy seeing things. So hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you're enjoying your beer. This Viz Major, If This Be Treason, is a good one. So like I said, I'm going to finish up this video now. I'm going to get on and finish editing the Grow Omaha video, get that uploaded. So 2 new videos coming out for me soon. Hopefully day 2 from the Badlands is coming up sooner than later. With photography right now, I am swamped. I have more photo shoots than I know what to do with, so trying to work through that backlog, and then hopefully in the next week or 2 get some of that knocked off, and I could start editing the next Badlands video and the next Badlands photo. So stay tuned, a lot to come. This time of year just seems to fly by, and before you know it, we'll be here with the August episode 6 Beer with Brad. So thanks for tuning in. Have a good evening.